Rachel with Pineapple Papers, and I am back with another Scrap Your Scraps kit. So this is the fourth one, and I already stuck a piece of white cardstock in this kit because I knew I would need that for a background. And the inspiration piece of paper, I believe, was this tiny little piece right here. So that is my jumping off point. These are my scraps. I pulled the Sweet Life. I pulled a few of these items I have from Remarks Love You. I have the Happy Place stickers, tiny word stickers, some arrows, and that's all I have pulled so far. I am going to be scrapbooking these two pictures of my son at Disneyland, and where we were staying, their speed limit was 14, which I thought was funny, and I figured I would use this picture here because we're probably on the slowest ride at Disneyland in California Adventures, the Bug's Life, the little caterpillar that like eats his way through the ride. So let's see what I can come up with. Okay, so I decide I am going to do a little smushing technique to the background of this white cardstock. This cardstock is not gessoed, so you can see that it just sinks right in. Now the colors I chose were navy and sweet mint. I was really hoping the navy was going to be more like that blue polka dotted paper. It seems kind of gray to me, but it was on, and in reality most of it will be covered up. Now that piece to the right is my inspiration piece for this particular project, and it was cut in kind of that triangular look, and so was the other piece of ruler paper. So I decided I'm just going to go with what I got and attach it to each side. I do love this piece of wood grain paper, but I felt like after putting it down, it really covered up all of the smushing I did. So I just trimmed it down a little bit. So instead of it being a square, it's more of a triangle. So I am trying to be better about doing journaling. So I took this little piece of paper that had lines on the back and cut it down to fit in that little piece of, or it's not a piece of anything, it's like a bag, that polka dotted bag. Now I don't remember where I got those from. I actually think they were a gift. So here I have kind of decided this is going to pretty much be the layout of my page, and I'm just trying to fit the rest of these papers and realize those top three are not going to work. I felt like each picture needed to be backed, so I decided to back it in that blue paper to go with the blue polka dot, and added a little bit of interest to that coral paper by making it a banner. So now I'm taking out what embellishments that I had, and I love these little arrows, especially for the fact that he is pointing up at this funny sign that it says 14 miles an hour, because that was the speed limit at the hotel by downtown Disney or something, and he thought that was crazy. So he was super nice and let me take a picture of him pointing at it. So I have arrows going into the page. Now I wanted to add another picture, and I think this one is super cute, of my son as we're going through that funny Bug's Life little kid ride. So, and I thought that with this picture, the title, The Sweet Life, would work pretty well, because if anybody's been on that ride at Disneyland, he kind of eats his way through the ride. Like, that's the whole point of it. So here I am, I cut it apart because I know it's not going to go in one complete line, and decide that I am going to put it down. So after I hit sweet, I realized, oh, I have the perfect picture for this title. I can't use it on this. So I went through my stash and found this Heidi Swap wood veneer piece that says adventure, and it's always an adventure at Disneyland, so I thought that would be cute to add there. Because I have that wood grain in the back, I decided to grab these craft stars. They're not wood, but they're craft, and kind of sprinkle them around the page. Now, what I'm pointing at right there is that ampersand down at the bottom is kind of a gold glitter, and I felt like I needed some gold up at the top. So I start with this piece of washi tape from the Secret Not So Secret Kit Club, but it's not quite enough. But it does have these triangles on it, and I was like, oh, those are cool. So I went back in my stash and found these triangles from Hobby Lobby, and they're perfectly gold, and they look exactly right. So now I have that sprinkled, and it's kind of like the gold runs down the page, and I love how it looks. So here are some close-ups. I hope you are enjoying this series as much as I am enjoying this series. So remember to wear your crown, and we will see you in the next one. Bye!